Welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be having a look at RestocksAIO. This is the ultimate reselling tool in general, but if you're selling pretty much over 30 pairs a month, you need this tool, and let's get straight into it why this is the best tool for you if you're at the top level of sneaker botting. Let's get straight into it. So, believe it or not, RestocksAIO isn't actually a sneaker bot, like the name may suggest. This is the best way of how to sell your sneakers fast, how to manage them, especially if you're running an LTD, a limited business, if it's actually where you need to file VAT invoices, anything like that. This is a really good tool for you, and I'll show you why in a bit. But as you can see, this is the changelog. I don't normally put anything here. It's normally all kept in the Discord. Over here, we can open the dashboard, reset our hardware ID, and you can see all of our information here. So I have a lifetime license. Shout out to the developer as well, because this bot, this tool, gets genuinely more updates than any other bot I've seen. It's pretty insane how many updates this gets. And moving down, we have Bricker Mode, and this is one of the coolest, unique features I've ever seen in a tool, because I've seen a few selling things before. You've got the stuff like Scout, where it's more of an online spreadsheet. This is different. Don't get these too confused, because this is essentially, as the name suggests, a bricker. So right now you can see in my currently loaded stock, and I do not have much for sale, because using this tool I've sold about 34 pairs of pandas. I still have a few here and there on the way, friends' houses, etc. But generally speaking, I've sold around 30 pairs for ridiculously high prices, way above market, and I did it all using RestocksAIO, and I sold them literally within 1 week, and I sold the last few within 2 weeks, which was just insane. The amount of money coming in that I've got through this and Mirage is the ultimate duo. But if you're only really getting 5-10 pairs a month, I really can't recommend this. You've got to be pushing the top boundaries where you're selling too many pairs to actually handle, to keep up with printing labels. This is what you need. So actually, if we go and select, let's say this woman's dunk that I have listed on Alias here, you can see it's not consigned. The current price I have is $275, and the lowest price is $258. All of this is in dollars, by the way. So here I can actually list the lowest payout I want. So let's say I want a lowest payout of $260. So I can go ahead and actually press create task. As you can see in the bottom right, searching for our database, it's gone green, so it's actually found it. And now, if I click off, you can see it's created the task. And what I can do here is we can go and have a look at a few things. So the status, this actually shows you whether the bricker mode is on or not. You've got the size, the site we're bricking it on. However, as you can see here, if I had listed it on all of these, which I haven't, we could actually do it on multiple sites at once, which is really cool. And as you can see, we have the lowest payout, current payout, and the delay left. I'm going to go ahead and press the start button. So what I actually meant to put current payout at, that was my bad, was $230. That was actually incorrect. There we go, successfully edited my task. So my current payout was $236, but the lowest payout I'll accept is $230. Now if I go ahead and start that, this gives me kind of $6 to work with. Obviously, you can change your prices for whatever, and this is the current price, but we really only want to look at payout, and this will basically just refresh, and more settings can be accessed here. But essentially, the idea is you're meant to have loads of these tasks set up to get the most competitive pricing you can get, and it's a pretty smart move, because a lot of these, on StockX, I know you have to be a seller level 4 to reduce the price by $1, but that can still take a lot of manual effort. And for other apps like Alias, Collect, Laced, there isn't that option at all. So this is a really good way to do this, and you've got the delay, you've got everything available to you here. If you're selling a lot of stock, this is a really powerful tool, because you can essentially calculate your minimum ROI, put it in as the lowest payout, and go from there, and it's happy days, and pretty much any sale you'll get from there, you will be happy with. Now, moving down here, which you have our listings, I can go ahead and refresh my inventory here, and this will load up. It will show you the store price, so if it's the lowest ask or not. This is a damaged box one, this is where it's the lowest ask, as well as the site, if it's consigned, and the store price, the lowest ask, and then our ask. So as you can see here, we're a little bit way off there. So I've just got a lot of just kind of bricky stock listed, because honestly, I've cleared out stock at the moment. We also have an inventory calculator. If we go ahead and press this, it'll send a message to our webhook. I'll have a screenshot on the screen of what this actually looks like when it gives you your inventory value. This is really cool. And you can also go ahead and list on this screen here, which I think is really good. So let's say we were doing a Nike Dunk. Let's do that. And let's do an off-white one. So we can go ahead and look from here. Here you go. We can choose whether we want to consign or resell. We just want to resell. And let's go ahead and look at Alias. And this is literally the perfect way to list. We have everything laid out in front of us. And this is so much better than the normal way of listing. Because if you didn't know, Alias, which is one of the best selling platforms in my opinion, is an app only. As you can see there, this only works on an app. And it's actually really annoying to use your phone. Maybe if you had a big iPad or something, it could be better. But to have it all on your computer in one tool, to be able to list on Restock, StockX, Go, Alias, Collect, Laced, having that whole kind of platform in one space, that is why it's called RestocksAIO, because it is an all-in-one platform for selling. And here you can list the size, you can do new, damaged box, store price, and then let's say we listed it for $700. We can calculate our payout, and that'll be 610. It's all there done for you. You can go ahead and add which sizes you want. I just think it's an amazing tool, and you can also see the current prices for all the sizes down the side here. Let's say you had that Nike Dunk Low Off-White, but you wanted to compare prices across all stores. What you can do is you can press this button on the left, and it looks like an image with a thing down the side, and this is, as it says here, the price comparison window. If we type in Nike Dunk Low, now the price comparison window isn't actually working too great right now, but basically it can show you the size and the price on all sizes across all platforms. I'm not sure why it isn't working. I will contact a dev, but this is great when you have loads of shoes and you want to know which platforms you should list it on. There's loads of different platforms, and it can take ages to check each size individually. This one just goes green, and it'll show you the sizing. I don't know why I said New Balance. As you can see, this is still a little bit iffy, but you can also tick to show the payout. So if you sold this for 11,000 euros, you'd actually get paid 8,000 pounds. It does all the currency conversion for you, which is really, really good. It is a little bit buggy, the price comparison window, but when it works, it can save you loads of time flicking between websites, apps, all in one place. And from here, it's great to then head to list products and go ahead and list them. So the way this works is you go ahead and implement all of your accounts through this page here on accounts. So you log into your Restocks account, StockX account. You can also use cookies for that as well. So if you logged in using Twitter or Google or anything, it's still fine. Collect, alias, and lace. So this is basically where you set up everything. You just log in, all your details are secure, and there's no need to worry about that. And this is how it links to all of your listings. Now, if we go to features, this is when it can really start to stand out if you are a VAT registered seller or you're selling multiple, because you can generate labels. And why this is amazing is because of what it does with labels. Now, normally, if you're selling, when you print out the sheets of paper for StockX or Alias, you need to print out 2 whole sheets of paper, and a lot of text on there you don't even need. It's just guidance on what you should do and how you should package your shoes. However, what this does is this gets rid of all that bullshit. It extracts actually the QR codes and the barcodes and the actual shipping labels for what you need, and it will go ahead and print them in a PDF, so you actually minimize the amount of paper needed. Really cool feature, but it's very small and still very niche. You can also add an invoice to the label, and you can also generate voices for everything, and there's even more settings within that. So if you are VAT registered, this makes it so helpful. But I'm such a fan of the generate labels. If we go ahead and press start, it outputs it all to your webhook, and it's genius. Now moving on to here, we have analytics, and as you can see, we have all my recent analytics and sales. Now some of these date back from a long time ago, and I'll probably have to blur a few things on here. But as we can see, you can even have a monitor. So the second something sells on one platform, it can notify you. And in fact, I'll actually show you on the webhook, because I have just a few more sales have just logged, of what it actually looks like when a sale is recorded. And it will send you this webhook with the date, payout, size, and it's quite good. And it does it for all platforms. We also have a graph here of which platforms I sell on the most. So as you can see, it's quite an even split. And here we can go show paid sales and show shipped items. So it depends if you've already shipped it or not. Moving down here, this is when you can do your labels and shipping. So you can actually create your labels and your pickup service from here. This is really cool. You can put all of your details in here for a UPS account, and you can auto arrange a pickup from your house instead of having to go on the UPS website, type in all your details again and again and again, and this can instantly buy a collection of UPS to your house. This can be very complex for a few people, but if you are doing lots of monthly sales, this looks like heaven to you right now. We also have preload fees. These are really good to use because this can stop your account getting banned, and this just essentially does the fees for you. So if we press that and we press that, this shows you the fee I'm paying and then my last update and pretty much everything about that. This just stops your account getting banned. It's pretty smart to do. Now in settings, we have my webhook, and we also just have general delays. There's nothing really too important here. But here we've got loads of other settings. So as you can see, I've got my currency. So I convert all my currencies to GBP, so I know what everything's doing. I notify myself on incoming labels, sales. I also let myself know if brickers increased or decreased. We've got the weigh bill, so that's for DHL in your webhook. We've got the SKU on the label, so we know which shoe we're selling. Now, overall, I think this tool is great for pretty much anyone who is selling a lot of shoes monthly. I managed to move, like I said, pretty much all my pandas using this, and I used the price. I don't know why it's not working now. It is a shame, but I used this price comparison window to check which site was going for the most. At the time, it was Alias. Loaded them all up, smart brickered them, and sold them super fast. If you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to like, and I'll see you in another video.